Don't let tomorrow's solutions get stuck on today's obstacles. Help move what matters at Iowa State. Iowa State students have big ideas.
My name is Cam Schaefer. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Spock's Sanctuary, which is a exotic companion animal rescue, and we provide other services in education and nutrition.
And it all started with a little help from Cyclones like you.
Are you suffering from wince face due to an injury? Or maybe from back, muscle, or joint pain? Even if you're unsure what that pain is, the specialists at the Iowa Clinic Bone and Joint Center can help you feel better from head to toe. It's coordinated. It's easy. It's all under one roof. Because no one should have to live in pain or with wince face. Call or visit iowaclinic.com today.
What's up, friends? Welcome to Pregame here at Hilton Coliseum. It is a crazy, crazy atmosphere, as one might imagine. They let the students in early, which was probably a good move. This place was completely full as far as the student section goes, like 2 hours before the game. So that tells you a little bit about what you're working with here today in Hilton. The Kansas players have been booed for the last hour. Whiteout situation here. And what could be the third of three. Well, so we've had two games here in 2024 as far as the men go. And both of them have just been absolutely nuts. Of course, we had the situation on Wednesday against Kansas State where Jerome Tang and his staff have apparently been leaking information to its media about, videos and all this ridiculousness. Won't be the way today. I can tell you that Bill Self and TJ Otzelberger have a ton of respect for each other. I don't see any shenanigans like that happening. However, I don't think you can talk about Hilton Coliseum and, the modern era of Iowa State basketball without having a chapter about Bill Self. He's a huge part of, the makeup of, what can get this place fired up. And Kansas most certainly does that. This could be the best atmosphere of the year. And more importantly, it's a huge game for Iowa State. Win this one. It's another quad one win. But more importantly, it puts you at 5-2 in the Big 12. And I think we then have a conversation. You look at it and go, what does Iowa State have to do to potentially win a regular season Big 12 championship? A lot of basketball to play, but you put yourself in that position. With that win at TCU last weekend being so critical, you're holding serve at home with wins over, in my opinion, if they're not the best two teams in the conference, they're in the top 2 or 4. Houston is killing Kansas State right now. I think they're the best team in the Big 12. Kansas would be right there, and I think Iowa State is there as well. Be interesting to see, the fact that Kansas doesn't have a lot of depth. They've got maybe the best starting 5 in college basketball, but you have an Iowa State team that, what do? They attack. That's what Iowa State basketball is all about this year. You don't see Iowa State settling for threes very often. They want to get to the rim. And can Iowa State get them into foul trouble? That's one of the things I'm really focusing in on early in this game. What kind of a game do the officials call? You know, how does that look today? Cool thing going on right now. You see Bill Raftery, Jay Wright in the house for CBS. I don't remember the last time CBS has been at Hilton Coliseum. It's been a really, really, really long time. Saw my buddy Doc Sadler, who's now on the Kansas bench. Spent a long time with Fred Hoiberg and Iowa State here. He is an icon. What a great guy is Doc Sadler. I think he's like an analyst or something like that for Bill Self now. But, yeah, I mean, listen, the point spread in this one keeps favoring Iowa State. I don't know what the number is exactly to now, but it kept going up. Last thing I was saying, if you wanted to bet Kansas, you could get 5, which seems crazy to me, but it tells you where the money is, where people think that this game is heading. That seems like a lot of points to me. But, if you look at the last week and a half, I mean, there's really nobody playing better basketball than Iowa State in this conference, sans maybe Houston, who feels like they are starting to get their legs under them as far as its Big 12 season goes. I like Iowa State in this one. However, I have too much respect for Bill Self to be too confident. Kansas coming off of a couple of road losses. They beat Cincinnati by 5 on Monday at home. I would feel better about this for Iowa State had Kansas not lost those road games to West Virginia and Central Florida already. I just trust Bill Self so much to get his team back and focused and ready for this type of an atmosphere that they're going to see today. I'll pick Iowa State to win it, but I think we're going to see a really good basketball game. It's everything you would expect when these two teams get together. Really key to me is Iowa State's bigs, right? You look at Hunter Dickinson and Kansas. I want to see how Hassan Ward neutralizes him and Hassan's length. You know that Big Rob is going to be in there to play physical with him. Trey King shouldn't be too much of a factor at that spot. Trey's been in foul trouble a couple games in a row. Nonetheless, really, that's a matchup I look forward to seeing, and it could dictate how this thing turns out. I will be back post-game unless there's more craziness. I apologize for skipping post-game on Wednesday. That is not like me, but I felt like I had to be at that press conference to see what in the hell is what's going on with Jerome Tang and just the shenanigans coming from Kansas State. Absolutely incredible. I still can't believe how that all played out. Iowa State got the win. Looking forward to the game. We'll see you guys here afterwards. We appreciate our presenting sponsor, the Iowa Clinic, here on the Cyclone Fanatic podcast.